have a structured story from step 3, right? 5 clean acceptance criterions. On paper, it looks done, but it isn't. Everything you have described is the happy path. You don't have a map or what happens when things go wrong, right? So step 4 is where craft stops being about speed and becomes about quality. This is why the framework produces better stories, not just faster ones. One prompt: run it immediately before you edit the story. The AI's pattern recognition is sharpest when it stress-tested its own clean draft. The moment you edit, you inject your biases. So, based on the user story and acceptance criteria above, identify edge cases, failure modes, and boundary conditions that could break this feature. Include data integrity failures, validation edge cases, lifecycle transitions, and platform-specific issues. For each edge case, describe the failure mode in one sentence. So here is what comes back from Vladimir's worker management story. 6 edge cases worth showing you. 1. Administrator tries to delete a worker on Friday between 8 and 12, while that worker is actively submitting preferences for the next week. What happens to the in-flight submission? Number 2. Administrator attempts to add a 31st worker. The story says reject. But how? Client-side block, server-side error. What's the message? Number 3. Worker is deleted Tuesday and then adds back with the same username in Wednesday. New entity or the old data restructured. Number 4. Administrator deletes themselves. If is that allowed, who managed the profile afterward? Number 5. 2 characters username, 3 characters password. No minimum length is specific anywhere. Number 6. Admin makes a typo and deletes the wrong worker. No undo. The deletion is immediate per the assumptions. So you didn't catch these. I didn't catch these. The AI surfaced them. This is the risk discovery before development starts. Now here is the part most courses skip. 6 edge cases doesn't mean 6 new acceptance criteria. That's how you turn a 3-point story into a 13-point disaster. This is the number 1 mistake teams makes with this step. Your job isn't completeness, it's scoped completeness. 3 buckets plus 4th option. Bucket A, add as an acceptance criterion. The edge case is inside the same iteration and would break the feature silently. Cap rejection messaging, username minimum length, same form has to be specified in acceptance criteria. Bucket B, log as a separate story, requires a new UI or system behavior with independent value. Undo for accidental deletion. Password strength rules, each its own can or worms. Backlog, bucket C, flag as risk, need a stakeholder decision or has unclear ownership. The deletion on the Friday during input window question, Vladimir didn't tell us, the team decides, goes under risk onto the refinement agenda. And the 4th option, discard. The AI surfaced some edge cases that are technically valid but practically irrelevant. Admin self-deletion is a real concern but feels engineered for the first version. If it's not worth building for it, discard it. Expect 2 or 3 discards out of every 10. And you can have the AI classify for you. One follow-up prompt. Classify each edge case above into bucket A. Add acceptance criteria, B. Separate story, C. Flag a risk, or discard. Use this heuristic. A is for edge cases inside the same interaction that would break silently. B requires new UI or system behavior. C requires stakeholder decision. Explain each classification in one sentence. Now you have a structured decision, not a dump. This whole step takes about 2 minutes. One prompt for edge cases, one for classification, ready to confirm. If you are spending 10 minutes here, you are rewriting the AI's edge cases instead of just classifying them. Move fast. Now, before C.R.A.F.T, you made scope decisions blind. You didn't know what you were cutting because you never saw it. Now you see the full problem space and you make a conscious decision. That's the difference between product owner who says, I would think of that in a sprint planning, and the product owner who says, we consider that and decide it was out of scope. One takes the blame, the other gets trusted with the harder problems. In the next lecture, we'll cover step 5, test and validate, the quality gate.